So we were called out to the local go-kart arena, the Malibu Grand Prix, for a possible stroke event. And as we arrived on scene, we noticed a really crowded arcade where the grandfather was, and he was surrounded by many of his family, his grandchildren, his wife were all there.
I didn't want to lose him, that's for sure. And that's what I kept thinking. I don't want to lose him. I don't want him to die. I don't know what's going on. I don't want him to die.
So at that point, we started going through our assessments, and that's when we noticed that it looks like he's potentially having a stroke.
It was very apparent that Mr. McQueen had complete deficit on the right side, just complete weakness. He could also not speak at all.
When Mr. McQueen came through the doors, everyone realized that this was severe symptoms. The flow process is to get this patient seen and on the CAT scan table as quickly as possible, because that's going to help us determine whether it's an ischemic stroke or it's a hemorrhagic stroke. There was no bleed on his CAT scan from what Dr. Shaw could see. So Dr. Shaw gave the order to go ahead and start mixing the TPA.
The door to needle time is the time it takes to get the patient from the door of the hospital to the initiation of therapy, which is giving the patient IV TPA, which is a clot-busting medication.
His door to needle time was 8 minutes. It's very, very fast here. The national standard is 60 minutes.
The staff's ability to treat and evaluate this patient within 8 minutes is phenomenal. To my knowledge, it's never really been done before.
I'll never forget this. He grabbed my arm and he grabbed it with his right hand, which is where he had all of his weakness, and he pulled me in and he kissed me on the cheek. And he couldn't speak still, but it was that moment that transcends all other moments. You don't forget that.
I don't know that if we'd have been anywhere else, we would have gotten that same care. We were at the perfect place at the right time.
An 8-minute door to needle time happens only when there is a perfect collaboration of all of the different members of the stroke team.
I'm very proud of this team. This ER staff is far and away the best ER staff that I've worked with.
I mean, for me, I feel very blessed and honored to work with a team that takes pride in their work, that we come to work every day to save lives.
Mr. McQueen recovered very quickly. After 2 days, he was discharged from the hospital and back home with his family.
Stroked out on Saturday, Sunday night. I walked to the bathroom. Tuesday, I'm out of the hospital, and I have no residual at all, nothing.
Today is my birthday, and I can't imagine having a birthday without my husband. And so the fact that I get to celebrate with him today, it's because of them. And I thank them very much. I just can't say thank you enough.
Now you're gonna start making me cry. They care so much.
It was obvious that they were inspired, that they were called. They weren't just there to do a job.
You could see it when they were sitting there looking at me when I was laying on that table and nothing was working on the right side. You could see the look in their eyes, that they really cared about what they were doing. They were trying to save my life.
God works through the medical providers. I think they're called just like ministers are called. They're called into their profession, and in this case, they were definitely the hands and feet of God.